Bro, I mean, you gotta be kidding me right now. This is like the shortest pay-per-view I've ever watched in my life. And like, this has to be one of the worst pay-per-views ever of 2025. Literally. So I'm gonna break down every match that happened tonight, and I'm gonna break down to you and be very honest about everything that I saw tonight. And I'm gonna break it down. Okay. So we're gonna start off with the Fatal 4-Way match, right? We start off with Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, yeah, and fucking Drew Mc. Who else we have? Who the fuck else? Jacob Fatu. So we start off with everybody brawling, right? Everybody starts brawling and shit. LA Knight then lays the smackdown on Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu gets slammed into the turnbuckle, right? Then LA Knight starts beating everybody up. Damian Priest then gets up and hits the DDT on LA Knight. Everybody starts chanting, "We want tables. We want tables," which I want to see. I want to see somebody get slammed. Like, it would be very cool if if Damian Priest hits the self of Evans on Drew McIntyre onto the table, which happens into the crowd where fucking he gets slammed to the table, right? Basically gets slammed to the table. Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest brawled through the crowd, start beating each other's asses, like killing each other, right? Fatu then hits a suicide dive on Priest and Drew, right? Before the brawl and all that shit, right? He hits the Claymore kick on Damian Priest. Then after, Damian Priest hits a South Evans, Damian onto the table, right? Medical start checking on Drew. He might be injured. I don't know what's going on. So then Sol Sikoa comes in and throws Fatu off the table after LA Knight puts him on there to go for the flying elbow drop, right? We are thinking it's Solo Sikoa turn on Jacob Fatu, but he's not, right? Because then some Samoan comes in and punches LA Knight and starts attacking him. Who the hell is he? Who is this guy? Like, literally, how many more Samoans has to be in WWE? You know what I'm saying? So Fatu then hits the moonsault and retains his championship. Jacob Fatu looks concerned. He's like, who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? He walks away from the two guys, and it's like, we might see Jacob Fatu's replacement. So don't be surprised if they start turning on Jacob Fatu. And this is leading to Jacob Fatu versus Solo. Let's just be honest here. They're bringing a lot of Samoans just to fucking replace us. Replace the stupid matches and shit like that nobody really wants to see. Jacob Fatu's not going to be champion for long. And like I said, I would like to see Drew win this championship, and maybe he could feud with Damian Priest, and Drew could get back into the adorism, So I don't like how this match went out, and a random ass Samoan coming in. You know what I mean? Just doesn't make any sense. Up next, we have Becky Lynch versus Lyra Fakara for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is like the worst match I've ever seen in my life. Like, really, just hear me out here, right? They did their thing still. You know what I'm saying? Becky Lynch starts going with the angry faces and the grumpy faces and shit, acting like she's gonna kill somebody, right? Then Becky tries to use the ropes for the pin, but gets caught, right? She gets caught during 5-10 minutes into the match. She then taunts Lyra Fakara's boyfriend outside the crowd, right? Which I don't know why. Which is cool, right? You know what I mean? Because she's going to beat up Lyra and all this other shit, right? She grabs a chair, and then the referee catches her and grabs the damn thing. Becky Lynch then gets German suplex and gets hit into the moonsault, right? Becky Lynch then kicks out of the move. Basically, Lyra Fakara wins this match by a roll-up. Of course, she's going to win by a roll-up. What the fuck? How many more women's matches do we have to see ending in a roll-up, man? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous, man. Boring as shit. And after this match, Becky Lynch beats her up and puts her into the arm breaker and almost breaks her arm. Almost this close. I thought she kind of broke her arm, but officials break it up, and Adam Pearce comes in and breaks it up, right? So let's move on to the other match, which is Dominic Mysterio versus Penta, right? Dominic tells his guys that I got this. I'm going to handle this by myself tonight. So the guys stand up on a ramp and watch his entrance, being supportive, So basically we started with the match and they start brawling and shit, right? Penta then gets hit into the groin, into the rope, right? You know how you go for a move, then he get hit in the groin. He gets hit in the groin, which is painful. I understand, right? The Dominic hits the suicide dive and turns it into the DDT outside the ring. And then he hits Liv Morgan's finisher on Penta, which is, I think, it's cool and awesome, right? Finn Balor and Carlito come in and try to help Dominic. Yo, what the fuck is this? What is this shit? Like, how many more groups are trying to tease us that they're gonna break up and every partner in the fucking group doesn't want anybody's help? Now that person's acting selfish and doesn't want to take any help. But sometimes a person needs to handle their business by themselves, which is understandable. So why they gotta come in after he told you I got this? They're not respecting Dominic, and they're not appreciating what Dominic's trying to put out here. Dominic's putting that work in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the hell? And fucking JD McDonough comes in. He's like, yo, what are you guys doing? Let's go. Let's get out of here. And JD is the only one who understands this. And it's like, bro, how many times do... You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. And then Chad Gable comes in and calls Penta the match. And he wears the fucking El Grande mask, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times do we have to see this shit? This is a repeat from last Monday Night Raw. Are you kidding me right now? This is bullshit. Waste of time. And obviously, Dominic Mysterio retains his championship and wins, right? So we get to commercial break, right? And I see 2 matches are coming up. We have Rhea Ripley and fucking Io Sky versus Roxanne Perez and Julia, whatever her name is, right? Why couldn't you just make this in the pay-per-view? You could just make that match easily happen at Backlash. You know what I mean? So now we gotta wait for Monday Night Raw and Saturday Night Main Event. And AJ Styles versus Ben Balor is gonna be on this Monday Night Raw. Are you fucking kidding me? We could have had this fucking match at Backlash. We could have had this tonight. Come on, man. This is like the shortest pay-per-view I've ever seen in my life. This just doesn't make any sense. And now we're going to have the World Heavyweight Championship match, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, at Saturday Night Main Event. Great. Great. We could have had this shit tonight. Why? Because Jey Uso had a world title shot against Seth Rollins. He got knocked out twice? Get out of here with this shit, man. Unacceptable, man. Now, I understand people need time off, but goddamn it, why don't you just compete at Backlash and take time off? It's the same fucking thing, man. It's Backlash. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the fucking match. We see Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Michael Cole starts throwing a fit about Gunther, which is understandable, right? He's like, this guy put his hands on me, and tonight I'm rooting for Pat McAfee. He's going to beat him up and shit, right? Which everybody knows is not going to happen. It's not ever going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Michael Cole then starts acting like a cheerleader, starts cheering for Pat McAfee as he takes his shirt off, which is fucking weird, right? The crowd starts chanting to Gunther, you tapped out, you tapped out. And then Gunther starts throwing Pat around the ring, right? Pat McAfee punches him 3 times to get his clothesline. He chops him 3 times to get slammed once again. This is laughable. Like, bro, how many times you gonna slam this dude and get slammed around? You know what I'm saying? Gunther then chops Pat McAfee 2 times, right? Pat McAfee looks scared and gets beat up, right? Michael Cole then starts cheering like somebody's grandmother. Like, bro, shut the fuck up and just do your job. You know what I'm saying? Then he hits the big boot to Pat McAfee. Michael Cole tells Gunther to cover him as he talks him outside the ring, right? You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking weird, right? Pat McAfee that gets up and slaps the shit out of Gunther. Gunther then slaps Pat McAfee. Like, bro, hear me out. This is like an attitude where people are trying to convince me like that Eric Bischoff would beat the shit out of Kane. When in real life, Kane would murder this dude. Like, we all know in real life, Gunther would beat the shit out of Pat McAfee. But here's the difference. Why people are trying to tease this to act like Gunther would beat the shit out of Pat McAfee. It's because Pat McAfee is athletic. He actually did sports. Eric Bischoff was just a business boy, was just a worker. He wasn't athletic. He wasn't, doing sports. So, in my opinion, I understand what people are trying to say here. Nobody cares, right? So fucking Michael Cole keeps saying, stop it. Stop the match. Stop the match. Knowing Pat McAfee is going to get hurt, right? Pat McAfee breaks out of the sleeper hold, right? And it gets put into a German suplex. Then Gunther power bombs him, which is really laughable. Like, I don't know why he's wasting his time here. Michael Cole keeps screaming, stop the match. Stop the match. You know what I'm saying? Gunther puts Michael Cole in the ring, tries to hit him, right? Michael Cole's like, get your damn hands off of me. Tries to defend himself, right? And Pat McAfee comes in and kicks Gunther. Gunther then gets distracted by Michael Cole, grabs his leg after he tries to pin him and fucking fails. And Michael Cole, I don't know why he's forcing himself to get in this situation. Like, this is laughable at this point. These guys are trying to get themselves killed. Like, why don't somebody just do their job? Wade Barrett's the only one doing his fucking job tonight. At least he understands, like, yo, he's like, Michael, get back here. What the hell are you doing? Get out of the ring. He's like, get out of the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, with the nonsense bullshit. Pat McAfee then puts Gunther to the sleeper hold. He gets out of it, right? And then eventually, Gunther puts him into a sleeper hold and wins the match. Wow. It takes like 10, 20 minutes just to end this match. Like, really, this could have been like a 5-minute match, and we could have ended as simple as that. But we had to waste 10, 20 minutes for this wastable fucking match. We could have just saw Jey Uso versus Logan Paul instead of this match. Let's be honest. This is how stupid WWE is and how stupid Triple H is. Having us seen some stupid matches that don't make any sense. You know what I mean? So let's move on, man. To the main event, we have John Cena, the WWE champion, versus Randy Orton, man. Man, they make their entrances and shit. And we start off in the match, and Cena tries to shake Randy Orton's hand and tricks him, right? He gets poked in the eye, and then Randy Orton pokes him in the eye. He slams Cena and starts choking him up, right? In my opinion, with this match, it kind of tricked me. I thought it was just going to be very great because we saw some good things during the match until the end. And just wait for it. Just wait for it, man. Cena tries to walk away, but Randy Orton catches him and beats his ass. Like, no. You're not going to get away this time. Get your ass in this ring. Cena hits the 5-knuckle shuffle on Orton in 2 minutes, right? And then Orton hits his signature powerbomb on Cena, right? Cena hits the roll-up, but then fucking puts Randy Orton to the STF instead. Randy Orton hits the rope DDT on Cena, right? And he gets for the RKO. But then Cena grabs him, and then we see the Attitude Adjustment RKO combination move, which I really liked. I thought it was a cool move. You know what I'm saying? If you guys remember 15 years ago in the tables match, from that combination move, the Attitude Adjustment and the RKO. I really enjoyed this move. It was really cool, man. You know what I mean? Cena tries to catch Orton, but then he gets RKO'd out of nowhere. I was like, oh shit. Man. This is awesome, man. Randy Orton then goes for the punk kick, but kicks out after the second Attitude Adjustment after Cena counters the damn punk kick, right? Cena starts mocking Randy Orton, and he misses the pump kick, right? Orton goes to knock out Cena, but knocks out the referee on accident. Then he gets hit with the third Attitude Adjustment again. Cena grabs the bell, but inside the ring, tries to hit him, but gets RKO'd, right? Cena kicks out the RKO. Orton gets the table. He grabs the table out, trying to hit Cena into it, gets it prepared, you know what I'm saying? And then Cena knocks out Orton into the turnbuckle, right? Randy Orton hits the Attitude Adjustment twice outside the fucking ring, on the announce table, and on the fucking brown table, right? Which I thought it was cool, right? Some great shit. We have wrestlers mocking each other's finishers, which is entertaining. You know what I mean? Instead of having the same boring ass finisher every minute of the match. It's like having a drop kick and a DDT every 5 minutes of the match. You get what I'm saying? So this is cool, man. You know, and then Orton hits. Wait. So Randy Orton then hits another RKO to Cena for like the 5th time. Cena kicks out. Cena hits a referee with the bell while he was trying to hit Orton, and Orton got off the way and countered it. Nick Aldis and officials come in to check on the referee because he's knocked out. Nick Aldis gets RKO'd after Randy Orton's fed up. He's like, what the hell, man? You ready to come here and cost my match and shit? He hits an RKO on so many officials and Nick Aldis and shit. So I don't know if Randy Orton's got the money to pay his fucking lawsuit now or the law thing or whatever. So we don't even care. And we got to see what happens. Randy Orton goes for the punk kick, but then we see R-Truth. This is what gets worse. Fucking R-Truth. Are you kidding me? R-Truth. He stops the punk kick and then he gets RKO'd. Like, what the fuck? You come here just to waste your time and get RKO'd? Come on, man. Even Jimmy Uso said, bro, if you fuck with this dude, you're going to get your head knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He even told him. He ain't listen. You know what I mean? And then Cena low blows Randy Orton, hits him with the championship belt, and wins the match. Are you fucking kidding me? So we end this match with Cena with the same fucking finisher and the same finishing move at WrestleMania. Are you kidding me? This is nonsense. So we have to deal with this heel run of John Cena hitting everybody with the belt and fucking low blowing them. Wow. Are you kidding me? This is nonsense. And the referee's getting knocked out and shit. No. Something needs to be changed here. Triple H, I'm begging you, nigga. You better get some shit straightened up. Because if not, I'm going to say this. WWE officials need to make sure John Cena is beating these people clean without the championship belt. And if Cena uses the championship belt, he is stripped of it. He is relinquished of that championship. That's what needs to happen. And if nobody's going to make that happen, then this is just a waste of time. I don't want to see this shit, man. John Cena is supposed to beat the shit out of motherfuckers, hit him in turnbuckles, hit him with the attitude adjustment. After the match, throw him into the table. You can then hit low ball them all you want, but come on, man, you still gotta end the move, end the match with a great finisher. We can look back like, yo, remember Cena hit him with a combination of an attitude adjustment and copy Randy Orton's move just to mock him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the same old hit him with the belt and doing a low blow. Nobody wants to see that. Then he cuts a boring ass promo. I was like, bro, just shut the fuck up and go home. He basically says that I don't need music. What I need is competition. I don't need you guys. Of course, you're going to say, but how many times do you have to keep telling us you don't need the fans? Bro, we know this already. Say something different. You know what I mean? He says, drink it in St. Louis because this is what the last real champion looks like. Great. Nobody gets a flying fuck. Like, really, see this heel turn has been a waste of time. And I'm really disgusted in Triple H because he's making John Cena look like a complete cuck at this point. Literally. A C-U-C-K. Straight up. A cuck. So, nah, man. This pay-per-view was a trash-ass pay-per-view. And one of my people in the comments said it. This is called Trashlash. And he knows it's going to be a trash-ass pay-per-view. And I agreed. And I believed him. I believe him. So, let me know what you guys think about this pay-per-view. Again, this is a complete shit hole.